The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now. What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for the Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust with the ticker symbol SPY. If you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Also, take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate it very much. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So here we have the daily chart for the SPY, and it looks like prices did go up in the previous week before seeing a move down, and now we just recovered a lot of what was taken from Wednesday and Thursday. So on Friday there was a nice push higher. So does it look like the market wants to continue going up, or are we going to see another leg down? Let's go over the price action and see if we can find any more clues that can give us a probability of where prices are headed next. So overall pattern is down since January of 2022, which I can connect the swings. This is the downtrend channel that prices are respecting and have been inside of for quite a long time. And right now you can see that we got rejected right over here from the trend line, and right over here where we saw the large sell-off, and then just last week right over here. But the thing is, you can see how many touches we're getting from this trend line, and the rejections are very small. So this looks weak. You have to see something like this where we touch the trend line and then we immediately reverse. Same thing right over here, even for the bottom side. If we touch it, you want to see immediate rejection. I mean, we could hang around with it, it's not the end of the world, but this is already 3 times we got rejected from this trend line, and bulls are still driving the price higher, so it's not looking good right now in the short term for the bears. Right now for the bulls, it's looking pretty good. You can also see that we had this uptrend channel right here, and also prices were inside of this micro uptrend channel. So basically there's multiple reasons why prices are doing what it's doing. The biggest one is that prices came up short on this side of the channel, which shows signs of weakness for the bears. We had the uptrend channel formation. We had the first break of it. Normally we don't just reverse after a break of a pattern or a channel. Usually we get 2 attempts to new high. So right now we just made the first attempt, we had a pullback, and now we're gonna make the second attempt. And also it's happening on the micro scale. You can see how we had an uptrend channel, we had a break, and now this little green candle is coming up for these highs right here. So even on the macro and micro scale, you're gonna see these fractal patterns. So basically, since we're going up for the second attempt, where would it finish at? Most likely, if it doesn't fail, it's gonna reach the 410, 413 levels. So that's the target that I've been looking at for quite a while now. Last week it did look kind of bearish, like they were going to get that second leg down. You can see how we had a leg down right here, and it looks like this could have been the top, but prices did find support at the EMA. We couldn't even reach the 385 level, which I was thinking we would at least test before getting a bounce. We came up short of it and bounced early, so it's even looking more bullish than I thought. And prices did come back inside of this little sideways range right over here. So let's go make that green. So this was the range pattern that we broke outside of. Prices came back in, and then it broke it again, found support at the EMA. Now we're seeing a rally take place. So this looks like basically a trap for the shorts. So it looks like we're going to be taking out the 400 level again and reach that 410, 413 level. So that's what it looks like it's doing, especially because we cannot even get this leg down right here. So there's a failure. Prices try to go once down, twice, failed. Now we're seeing that move up. So it's looking really good for the bulls. You know, how do I know this is gonna happen? I don't know for sure, but it's basically based on, you know, historical probabilities. Basically what you see happen throughout the chart numerous times. You know, I'm predicting it's gonna happen again. Do I know for sure it's gonna happen? No one knows for sure. But just because, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen for sure doesn't mean you can not make a good probabilistic outcome based on the chart. So you can still be you can still know with high probability what's most likely gonna happen next. So that's what it looks like it's gonna happen. We'll have to wait and see. I'm looking for higher prices next week. It's looking pretty good, but I believe once we reach these high price levels, there's a good chance that, you know, we start finally seeing continuation of this 1-year downtrend, multi-year downtrend already. So I'm expecting maybe some type of rejection at this level. We could go a little bit higher. Maybe we could just come up short and start trending down. But as right now, I'm expecting prices to continue higher, and then once we reach these levels right here, I'm expecting continuation to the downside. Does it happen? Does it have to happen? No. Once we get up here, or even if we do, we have to reanalyze what price action wants to do. So that's everything I see on the daily chart. One more thing I'd like to mention is that I think there's a big misconception. There's a lot of misconceptions in the market, but one of the biggest ones is that people think that just because there's two outcomes means that, you know, there's 50-50 chance, which is incorrect. Just because, you know, there's two outcomes in the market, you know, we either go up or down, doesn't mean, you know, it's a 50-50 chance, like, oh, it's just a coin toss. Because, for example, let's say, you know, this thing's been going down for a year, so you can see that it wasn't a 50-50 chance that, hey, you know, we can go up or we can go down. Most likely we're going to continue to go down. Same thing for this, you know, entire uptrend since 2008. You know, could we go up or could we go down? Well, most likely we're going to continue to go up. So it's the same thing. Just because, you know, there's two outcomes doesn't mean you're going to have a 50% chance, because traders, I know a lot of traders, you know, they have high win rates, 80%, 90%. So how are they doing that when, you know, supposedly the market's random and there's only 50% chance odds? Because, you know, this can give you a very good edge. Now that's everything on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Here's a weekly chart for the SPY, and I mean, obviously in the long term there's a bullish bias to this, but in the short term, maybe in the next year, or even, you know, probably sometime this year, we could probably see a bottom. But as right now, the uptrend is, we just had the first break of this uptrend channel, so most likely we're going to retest these highs at the 480 level. But again, you can see that's just timing too. You got to get the timing right. Right now, the trend is still in play for the bears. So right now we're still downtrending. Right now it looks like we're getting a breakout pattern, so most likely this is going to fail. I think once they hit these stops right here, run these stops, there's a good chance we see retest of these lows, because the overall pattern is right over here. I'm gonna draw it with this channel. So overall pattern is up, but we were definitely overextended, so now we're just seeing a correction take place. And since the market just hit the top of this potential channel, it wants to come back to this trend line. Look, you can see that throughout this entire uptrend, all the crashes came back to this uptrend. You can see back here in let's say 2016 uptrend, it hit the uptrend and crashed after it crashed. Right here in 2018, crashed and hit the uptrend. 2020, crashed and hit the uptrend. Maybe 2022, 2023, retracement back to this uptrend trend line. So most likely it's going to do that. Is it guaranteed? No, we could find some type of support right now and rally higher. But most likely it's going to continue here, which I'm looking for. If I use a measure move tool, this can give me a target. Doesn't mean it's the bottom, but it's where prices are likely headed. And it's looking like, you know, the 313 levels. So looks like there's still more downside left. As long as we don't go above the 430 level, this 313 level will hold. So it could take maybe even a year or two. We just trade sideways before we see the drop. So, you know, sometimes that can occur too. So we don't know how long it's going to take, but this is the target that I'm looking at. As long as we don't go above the 430 level, it's in play. Even if we do go above it and, you know, we break it by a little bit, I can just adjust the arrow higher, and maybe right here the target would just be moved up higher. But if we see a massive rally, then obviously this target is invalidated. But as right now, it's still in play. So I'm looking for lower price targets right now in the short term, short to medium term. We could see higher prices, but in the medium to long term, expecting continuation to the downside, probably for the rest of this year. So that's all I have for the SPY this week, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel since you might be surprised what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.